Hello, everybody, and welcome to this evening's brief. Today, me and my colleagues will be informing everybody about your upcoming trip to India and how you will be communicating in that different country. So, starting off, in India, it is very diverse. Verbal communication there is extremely diverse, actually, and they have over 120 different languages, hundreds of different dialects that are spoken, and pretty much every other city you go to, a different language is being spoken. But luckily for you all, English is the most commonly spoken language there, but the way they speak is still pretty different here than here. So first of all, in India, people there are very friendly. They love small talk, but they're very friendly and polite. So any negative feedback you'll get is very subtle and diplomatic in a way. And although small talk is obviously very light, they will probably ask you very personal questions like your family and even your salary. It really depends on, I guess, the person. But yes, they are very direct over there. And now words like yes have different meanings. They could just mean like they're understanding what you're saying, and won't mainly mean that they agree with you, because they should still have like disagreement in body language. And then the word no is not used very commonly because it does sound harsh, so it's not used very commonly. And now moving on to nonverbal communication, eye contact is not maintained long. It is kept to a minimum, especially between genders. It's just not very common, I guess. And then there's nods from the head, either up, down, or even diagonally, is commonly used to show either understanding or just agreeing with you in a way. So thank you for your time. Moving on to Vanessa, who will be briefing you on the cultural norms and gender roles that are used in India. So
hi everybody, my name is Vanessa, and I'm going to go ahead and inform you on some of the gender roles and cultural norms that you are going to see as you go ahead and go into this new country. This is something that we like to do with every employer, with every company that we start that is going to be traveling. This is typically due to the fact that we want y'all to be aware, we want y'all to have a good understanding of what you might see, some of the differences that you might see between countries, and just a way for y'all to make sure that y'all communicate well. Not only this, but so that everything moves smoothly, everything works efficiently. We really want that to just have a really big thing going for y'all. So first, we're gonna go ahead and go over some of the gender roles. Some of the gender roles here, typically you will see India being more of a men-based workplace. This is due to their culture and the fact that they see men as mainly the breadwinners, while women typically stay home. Although there have been a spike and an increase in women coming into the workplace, although they obviously don't have the same values or are seen the same, that is something that has been increasing, and you will notice. Then we're going to go ahead and move on to cultural norms. So some of the big things are going to be respect and politeness. These two are going to go hand in hand, and these are very important things that we need to acknowledge, because it's going to be an important key on how you communicate with each other, whether that be authority, your team members. This is all going to be very important. Next, we're going to move on to teamwork. Teamwork and establishing work relationships is a really big thing, because it goes with trust, it goes just with ensuring that y'all both have a good communication and boundaries set between y'all, and y'all know what y'all need to get done, when y'all need to get it done. And then very lastly, we're going to go ahead and go over dress code. So typically India is a place where you are more conservative. So this means that you will have to dress more professionally, cover up, of course, and just make sure that it's just a professional attire. This will be the end of my video. Now I'm going to go ahead and send you off to Brendan.
I'll take it from here. Thanks, Vanessa. Now, as you have heard, we'll be transferring to India to work for a certain period of time. I'm here to explain to you the greetings and social customs when moving there, and you will do well to learn these before going. India is a diverse country, and with this comes multiple greetings, religions, and customs. The first and most traditional greeting is Namaste. This is a greeting where you place your palms together, fingers up, and bow slightly. This is a great sign of respect and used in informal and formal settings. Another greeting is one used by Muslims called Salam. This is where you place your right hand on your forehead and bow slightly. Now, onto the social customs. Respecting your elders is a must in India. Not doing so is a sign of great respect. Another custom is to provide hospitality and to accept one's hospitality when going to one's household. You would be expected to do this and probably will do this with foreign colleagues. Along with that, removing footwear in one's household is a must. Eating must be done with the right hands, as the left hand is considered unsanitary and unclean. Another thing, the dress code in public is expected to be modest and nice, as long as slightly professional. Personal spaces are also looked at and dealt with differently in India. There's a lot more crowded spaces, and is a lot more common, so you must adapt to that. There are also multiple festivals that take place in India, and you are expected to go to them and enjoy the festivities. Lastly, public displays of affection are greatly frowned upon in India. This means any intimate and romantic relations in public are not allowed. Doing so will lead to punishments from the company. That will be it for me, and I'll be handing the microphone to Emmanuel to finish this meeting up. Thanks.
Alright, as y'all may know, y'all are going overseas, over to India, playing part in a business, as a business. So, in order to keep good representation of this company, you will need to follow through some cultural norms that I have a list here. Now, greetings, Namaste, which is this. You need to do this every time you greet people. It's a sign of respect, and it's the very least you can do. Communication is best presented to them in an indirect style rather than direct. Keep that in mind. Respect the elders, just respect everyone in general, actually. Personal space, try and stay in about at least 3 or 3.5 feet away from other people. You know, that's just a very human thing to do. Eye contact, this is really important. Sustained eye contact isn't generally the norm, especially a woman looking at a man. Now, this is the complete opposite of what we do over here as a company, but we will follow through and do as it says in order to give a really good impression of ourselves and a good impression for the company. Now, house rules, remember, remove your shoes when entering a house or shops or businesses. This is really important. It's a sign of respect, and it's also the very least we can do. Now, this is all these ground set rules are really important for our company and our representation as a company. And as employees, it is your job to keep all this list in notice and present all of this. So thank you, and that'll be all.